Hello and welcome back to Samantha Hearne on YouTube, and today I am doing something which I haven't done before. I am answering business questions that have come up in my group coaching programs, in my community and from my clients in the last 3 months, and I am creating the answers to those questions right here in a YouTube video. This isn't going to be the only one of these that I do, so if you have questions that you want to ask me, please leave them in the comments below about starting up your business, starting up your community, building your business online, and from any of the questions that you see and hear today, you can start to get an idea of the type of things that we are aiming to talk about. So I really hope that you leave your questions in the comments, and anything that comes up for you and you want more information on, I will create a video for you and answer those questions. So I have 6 questions today that I want to answer, and I'm going to try and make sure that by the end of this video you have clear answers that can help you move forward, get rid of the confusion and the struggle, and give you something you can take forward into your business and into your decisions around how to show up online and in your community. Question number 1. I'm actually really excited to do these, to be honest. So question number 1 is it ever too early to sell? This question depends on a few things, and so many ambitious entrepreneurs want to sell something, create something and put something out there so that it looks like they're really credible. But there's a few things that I would say to any of my one-to-one clients before we do that. Please do not spend hours and months creating the most beautiful, amazing course that you think your audience want, and then you try and sell it and no one buys. Before you try to sell anything. So in short, is it ever too early? No. But it is too early if you don't have these foundations in place. You need to know what your audience wants to buy. You need to know what they're struggling with, and you have to be creating content, courses, offers, coaching packages that suit the need of your community, not your assumptions. So it is too early to sell if you've started out and you want to sell an ebook and you make this amazing 20-page ebook, but you have no idea if it's on a topic that your community actually wants. That's really important. So I would say before you try to sell something, you need to be doing market research on your community, asking them questions, finding out what they are struggling with, what they need your support with, why they come to you, what they come to you for, and how you can help them. Even to the point of saying, do you prefer ebooks or webinars? Do you prefer courses or lives? Do you prefer one-to-one coaching or group coaching? You need to find this out before you start offering and before you try to sell. Because the best way that you can start to forecast for your selling success is knowing in advance the potential people that want to buy. And the only way you can know that is by asking them before. Question number 2. How many people do I need following me on Instagram before I create a Facebook group? The answer is, it doesn't matter on the number, it matters on the quality. And if you want to create a Facebook group, the reason a lot of people create Facebook groups is to create their own community where people are loyal to them, loyal to their brand, loyal to their messaging, and want to be in a more connected community than potentially you'd get on Instagram. But you don't have to create a group. You could just create a Facebook business page where you show up and you ask people to come and like and follow your page. So it's a personal preference as to whether you have a business page or a Facebook group that you ask people to come and join. But the reason it's important when you think about Instagram, again, it's the quality, but remember that not every one of your followers will see every one of your posts. Not every one of your followers will see your stories in that 24-hour period. So if you do want some longevity and you want the opportunity to be able to tag your community members, get to know them, for them to see the content that you're putting out there, Instagram isn't necessarily the platform that's going to allow you to do that the most. Instagram is an amazing platform to grow your tribe, grow your brand, grow your messaging, grow your community. But if you want to then take them somewhere, I would never say it's too early to start a group, but also think about whether you want to start a group or a business page or both. And if you have more questions around that, please leave them in the comments and we can go into that in more detail. Instagram versus Facebook groups versus Facebook business pages. It's never too early to start to build your community away from a platform, no matter on how many followers you have, because it's about the quality of the followers and the engagement and the relationship you build with them. The big one. Number 3, what if someone is already doing what I want to do? What if someone is already doing what I want to do? This is always my answer, and I actually heard this. I can't remember when I heard this actually. It might have been on a podcast about a year ago, and someone said there's only 7, I hope that's right, there's only 7 musical notes in the musical spectrum, and we never run out of music. That epitomises the answer to that question perfectly. There are only 7 musical notes and we never run out of music. It doesn't matter if someone else is already doing what you want to do, because they aren't you, and they're not going to be doing it in exactly the same way. They're not going to have the same business name. They're not going to show up online in the same way. It doesn't matter if someone else is doing it. What you can do is learn from people that are already doing it and have crafted out their trade. So you can start to learn what works for them, what works for their community, what type of content are they sharing, and you can also work out what things that you don't want to do, how you don't want to show up, and what doesn't work for you that might work for them. So it's a really good way to learn from these people rather than see it as competition. Use it as a way to learn and allow that to build and transform and, you know, craft out what you want to do in your business. Especially at the beginning, it's a really good way to be motivated as well that this can work because other people are doing it. But remember, there are only 7 musical notes and we never run out of music, so it doesn't matter if someone else is already doing what you want to do. This has come up much more frequently in questions, I would say, in the last 6 months since I created the Go-Getters. So the Go-Getters is my exclusive membership program, and what that means is they get 2 coaching sessions with me a month, plus a Q&A, plus a workbook, plus resources, and plus the community. And it's for people that are wanting to go and get things. Go-getters. So it could be that you want to change your mindset. It could be that you want support with your business, or it could be both. With me, and what I do in coaching is I coach people on how to create successful businesses and build their communities, but I coach them on how to be happy doing it. And mindset's a huge part of that. So my go-getters are the people that love and respect me and trust me with their investment, but they also want to be part of a community. So since I've created my Go-Getters membership, I get asked a lot, when should you start a membership? I think that the most important thing here is to not fall into the trap of, I need to create some passive income, or I need to create some kind of reoccurring revenue, so I'm going to create a membership. Because that trap, you have to remember that you're not creating a membership for a money maker, you're creating a membership for relationship building, and you have to put in a lot of work into that membership to retain those members. And on average, members don't usually stay for really, really long periods of time unless you have built that connection with them. So it's really important that you think about how your membership would look, how much time you could dedicate to your membership, how big do you want the membership to be, how are you going to be able to maintain that membership and the subscriptions, and what's the purpose of the membership. I would say before you even think about creating one, if it's not part of your business model yet, that's okay. Don't force yourself to create recurring income because you feel like it's the next step if you're not quite ready yet. If you still want to focus more on one-to-ones or group coaching or workshops or courses, stick with that and master that and get really comfortable with your consistent income and being able to increase your consistent income, which if you haven't watched, go back and watch my video from Tuesday all about financial planning. Then once you've got to that point, you might want to start stretching out from your business model. But I would say don't create a membership too early if you don't know that you have the capacity, the energy and the effort levels to maintain that, because it will come from you, it doesn't come from the members. My next question: what if my niche is too specific and then people don't buy from me? This is just a fear that we have, and it's the same for everything. Of course, we want to fit in with everyone. You know, when you go to a party, you don't want to be stood on your own in the corner. You don't want people not to speak to you, so you mold and shape yourself to speak and meet all the new people and network and, you know, have those conversations. But it's the same with business. You've got to make sure that you're speaking to someone. Even I have felt this when I made the transition from anxiety coaching to startup business coaching. Of course, that gave me a really risky situation of, am I going to lose clients? Am I going to lose people in my community? But what I've done is I've up-leveled myself, so the people that I'm connected with are now up-leveled as well. So if people have stayed in my community that really struggle with the anxiety side, then they love all of the mindset support that I give them. They love all the mindset things that go out on this channel. Not everything on this channel is just about building a business and making money, because you could be successful and you couldn't be happy. You know, not everyone in this world creates success and happiness together. So that's why this channel has videos around how to deal with rejection, how to manage your breathing, how to start to think about procrastination, positive affirmations, creating success success affirmations. It's about your mindset too. So even though I have niched down and my clients are now much more specific, you can still create content that other people would love to consume. But what you don't want to do is create content that doesn't have any direction because you want to hit everyone. So I would say your niche can never be too small. And once you have a niche and people are in it and people are buying from you, once you've established your niche, you can expand. You can spread your wings a little bit. You know, like Richard Branson, he now has all sorts. He doesn't just have travel. It started with records and then he ended up in planes, trains. Everything changes. Once your business is at a certain level, then you can use that as your platform of growth. But you have to make this platform solid. So please don't make your niche so broad that you don't get clients. The clients you do get are inconsistent. They're not necessarily your ideal client, and you end up with your money months going up and down, up and down, up and down, and there's no consistency. So niche, build a really solid foundation, and then you can leverage from there and you can expand and spread your wings. On a separate note, do you say niche or niche? I'd love to know the answer to that because I say niche, but I do know some people that say niche. Interesting. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed these questions and I hope you've enjoyed the answers that I've given you. And like I said, this is just the start. This isn't the only video that I will create around Q&A, but I want to know your questions first. Back to number one, I'm doing my target market research here. So I'm asking you, what do you want support with? What answers to questions do you have? It could be about funnels. It could be about passive income. It could be about cash injection. It could be about getting clients. It could be about building your brand, building clients, where to get clients, how to create consistent income. Any of your questions are totally welcome here and I can't wait to hear from you. Leave them in the comments box below. And remember, no question is too simple, easy or small. I'm here to answer, I'm here to serve, and I'm here to support you. So I will see you in the next video and I cannot wait to hear all of your questions.